Hello, we are working today on the Winnie the Pooh stuff. So I have my covers, I have a cute little card. We're gonna make a journal with a no-see binding. It's gonna be super fun. And today I'm gonna start adding a bunch of tags and tickets and things like that. So this is the Winnie the Pooh Junk Journal Kit. It is free. It is on my website. I'll put a link below. Look at him. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. Here are some more tags, tickets, and cards. Here are all kinds of quotes from Pooh and some more tags. I'm going to go cut them up, but I wanted to show you first my thoughts about why I did stuff. So normally for a mini junk journal like this, I would have 2 of these, but because I made journal pages, which are the big journals, I made 2 little pages that we can use. And then I made these vignettes of the fun little illustrations that they had from the original Winnie the Pooh book. So I'm going to go cut this stuff up and I will be back. Okay, I am back and I've collected some things. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a 2-page book, maybe 1-page book, where we have the front cover, this, a page in the middle, this, and I'm going to use my leftover sheets of creative journal pages. So if I'm going to make a book like, and I'm going to do a no-sew binding, so, because I don't want to sew. So if we make a book with a couple pages in the middle, that is what we're going to do. So, and so when you do this kind of book, you just use the fronts of the page. However many pages you want to have, that's how many fronts of pages you need. We have our covers. We're just sticking stuff down at this point. We have this cute card. Now, I made these cards for the card making girls to put on fronts of cards. I'm not going to use them that way. I don't, that isn't my style, but I can, of course, cut those guys out to be on the sides, on the corners. There's Christopher. Oh my gosh, how cute would it be to have Christopher Robin down here too, right? So is that exactly what I want to do for the cover? I don't know, but it definitely could be something that is interesting to think about. Or maybe we have something else going on. Anyways, hold on. We did, yay me, so smart and pretty. I talk like I have a mouse in my pocket. I did this, oh, there we go. So this and Christopher Robin could go down the border of a page, right? And I'm going to cut that part off, but this is going to be really cool as a vignette. Okay. So that is one of the tags. I'll go through kind of what we cut up. I cut up all the little words. I see lots of the gals use these as like a poetry page, but I like to cut them up and put them as words. Oh, shoot. I forgot to cut off Kanga's top of her tag, but I have 2 little, I thought there was a lot missing. I have 2 little piglet circles that go together, tags, tabs. Yeah, this is too much for a 1-page book. So I'm going to start with the big pieces first, which is how I always start. We're going to put these over here. I got a ink block out because we're going to be doing some inking. We're going to put down some background papers. We're going to figure out pages. But first, I'm going to cut these down to the same size as the other pages. And I will be right back. Okay, so the way I did that was I put this one piece I put the one cover against the other covers and then just hacked at them, which may be truly horrifying to you. It's not a bother to me. Where's my back cover? All right. So now I want to think about how I want to do these other pages. And I accidentally cut 2 sets of the big pages. And so what I want to do is I want to make a page. Sorry, I'm so shaky today. Not much I can do about it. I want to make a page where Pooh opens up like he's like a little door, and he opens up. So the first thing I need to do is to grab another piece of cardstock. Where's my Nuvo? Where's my Nuvo glue? I'm on the quest to find the perfect glue that won't close up when oh, there it is. That won't close up on me when I have abandoned my craft room for days. And so far, and I can kind of see the back of this, so I'm going to kind of go around here. Really good over Pooh. And then really good on the edges up to about here, because I know there's going to be a flappy door, right? So let's go ahead and get that gluing down. And the other nice thing about Nuvo glue is that it doesn't, even on, this is hammer mill paper, it doesn't make it too wrinkly. It'll have a bit of a wrinkle, but that'll close up. Okay, so we know on this page, we need to do something around the edges, right? And so on this page, I think I'm gonna grab some old book papers. Old book papers. I only have 5,000 old book papers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll get us started. And I have collected old book papers over the years. Oh, that's a pretty picture. Oh, I don't want to get rid of that one. That one's pretty. Always look at the back of your old papers to make sure they're not something good. Okay, let's see how far over we have to get. And we may need to Mod Podge or collage glue these. Or matte medium these. Okay, so we need about that much. So let's just dink, dink. Oh my gosh, this is real type. You can feel it through it. It was like on a typeset, either a typewriter or a printing press. But you can feel the, well, maybe I don't need it. Just feeling awful lazy today. Okay, so about to there. And this is one of my favorite old books of music, and it's just fallen apart because I've pulled it apart, and it's looking a little mangy and ragged, and as soon as you fold over the pages, it just starts falling apart. Okay. The nice thing about these kind of papers is that as soon as you touch them, they start falling apart. Okay, so I'm going to put a little piece of this down here in the corner. And I was thinking we would get to stenciling and stamping and stuff today, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just do the backgrounds today and get the pages all set up. I wish you were here so you could tell me what you'd rather have. Do you want me to finish one whole page or do a little bit of a bunch of different pages? But you're not here to nag at me and tell me what you want. I like the color and the kind of the music pages better than the other page, so I'm gonna kind of put it on top. I'm gonna get very close to the edge. There we go. All right, so we have kind of a background page, and we're gonna take the one that we didn't stick to the heavy paper and put this on the back, right? So right now we just have some background papers, and then we're gonna have Pooh on here. I think maybe today we're just gonna lay out and figure out what we're doing with the pages. And I like old book pages for the background because this is from an old Pooh book, right? And I had some gals ask if you can use my journal commercially and if you'll get in trouble with Disney. Well, Disney doesn't own the copyright to Pooh. The copyright to the original Pooh, without Tigger, I did this research. The reason why Tigger isn't in here is Tigger doesn't come out of copyright for, I think, 1 year. But this is from the first Pooh book that came out of copyright. All right, this should be dry by now, right? Yeah, I'm just convincing myself of that. It's fine. It's fine. So what I want to do is I want to kind of, I don't want to cut this perfectly because it won't matter. I am going to, well, maybe no. I was thinking I was going to cut right around Pooh's ears, but maybe we cut a little outline around Pooh. I can always go in and cut around Pooh, but I can't go and put all this, well, I could just print it out again, but I can't go and put all this background back again. So I'm going to be a little careful, and I'm going to go kind of straight down, maybe with a wiggle. Okay. We're not going to throw that away because we could maybe use it for something else. And then, oops. Help if I cut the edges off that aren't part of the image, wouldn't it? Me. Okay, so now this is going to be a fun door that can open up and maybe have some words in it, have something going on. But this is our first gizmo. That's done. You know what this will make a great one of? Let's do this. So this is going to make a great tuck spot on the corner of a page that we can stick something into. So we're going to just glue that corner down. Boy, I have so much glue in my hands already. I just started, for goodness sakes. Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, this is a feature, right? This is Pooh and his friend Piglet. And I almost feel like, let's see. First off, we have to decide which side of the page it's going to be on. So is it going to be, like, I think it needs to be one of the first ones when you get in. Then we'll have a back. Then we'll have this one. Then we'll have a back. Then we'll have this one. That's what we're going to do. So this is going to be the second page. And I don't want to have all my pages be like centered right down the middle. For this one, I'm going to leave this side open, have a little bit over here, and then put, remember we said we might do like a little feature where we put Pooh with his balloon down here, and then we put, this may be too big for this area. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it. But, yeah, I think that'll be fun. So let's just put whole pages on the background, and let's use our matte media. Matte media. I try not to use my really good brushes for this because it can be a little ooey gooey. Matte media just means kind of really super liquidy glue. This is Liquitex, so it's super fancy. Another kind of matte media that you probably know about is Mod Podge. I don't want to have those big clumps of matte media over there, or it will, the more liquid you have, the more wrinkly your pages will be. So I'm just trying to get some of that off there. And matte media to me is very weird. It feels like, and I'm probably going to go over the top of these because these are so old and frail that if I don't go over the top of them, they will disintegrate as we try to work on them. And don't work on your below pages. I know I do it all the time, and I know I say don't do it all the time, but you really shouldn't do it all the time because you're just getting glue on every layer of every page below the one you're working on, which is not the smartest idea. If you want to avoid having troubles later. It just doesn't bother me, but I don't want you to get in the habit of doing, it's kind of stuck where it is. That's where this one's going because it got stuck. I don't want you to get in the habit of doing it just because you see me doing it. Okay, so now it feels like we could do I don't know if you can hear that noise, that bink, 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 but my washer is excessively mad at me. Oh, the cute doggy next door's out. He's really adorable. Hi, Babas. He can't hear me, but he can see me, I think. I think there's a doggy looking at me. And now he's running back to his dad. Okay. That one I'm going to wait for 1 second until I can find the edge of the paper. See, I'm gluing all my stuff together, which is not a good idea. I just need a little piece, so can I pull this part off? Oh yeah, and fit it in up there, sure. I think this is a hymnal. This old paper book. How nice is that? Maybe our journal will be blessed. We won't have any trouble with pages sticking or... Now we gotta leave this page for a minute, but let's go back to our other page we did. Where did it go? Where did it go with the Pooh? And let's Mod Podge his border. You could put, if you weren't crazy pants, you could put your glue on a palette beside you. You could put it on your glass mat. You don't have to put your glue, because that's the cool thing about matte medium is it's glue and a sealer, right? So that's really nice. And then when you go to put stuff on it, on the paper underneath it, instead of bleeding, it's gonna you know, sometimes I do like when the stuff bleeds on the paper, but not every time. And this isn't really the kind of book where I want stuff bleeding all over itself. All right, how many more onesie pages? Oh, look, glue. Imagine that. All right, so I have two backs. I think I'm missing a page. Hold on, let's go back. We'll go back after all that dries. So let's figure out some more pages. All right, we got a Christopher Robin that we could do a whole page on, and we have a Pooh in the forest we could do a whole page on. Or we could do a half a page. I kind of feel like I would like that. Okay. And there's Rabbit. We'll have to do something with Rabbit. I got so much I need to do stuff with. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take this page and make it a lot skinnier, right? So already we're going to leave more room kind of up in here for other things to happen. And then let's cut off this bottom. And if you wanted to, you could make this one giant tuck spot, right? You could put this on a piece of cardstock. I'm using Creative Journal. You could use, I use Grumbacher. I use Vicky Bouton's foundations. I use all kinds of stuff for backgrounds. All right, so now I'm going to come in here and just kind of go along the edge of this foresty bit. And I think I might keep that tree. Let's cut it this way first and see if we like how much trees there are. Or if we feel like there's too much tree, we'll get rid of some of it. But we already, oh, there's Owl. Hey, Owl. Well, we can't get rid of Owl now that I know he's up there. Okay. All right, so I would not put this on the edge, like over to the edge. That's just not, I don't think that's as interesting. And then you wonder, like, why is there a piece of paper floating around here? So since we have this one done already, let's go ahead and just put this on here, and we'll do another one of those, because you know how to do that now. And I really won't be able to do lots of this today, finish up lots of this today, because when you do this many layers, when you add all the glue and you do all that, your pages just get real damp. And there's no sense in trying to work on super wet pages. And matte medium's really weird. When I push this down and it tends to want to come up and you think, oh, it's not even working. There might not be glue on this edge, but I promise you, everywhere there's glue, it will stick. It just doesn't feel like that much when you get started. Okay, so now we have a really cool little Pooh Bear on this page, which I like very much. We're starting to have a page. All right, I'm going to take a pause and do 2 more paper backgrounds, and I'll be right back, and then we'll figure out what's going to be on our other main pages, and if I need one more main page. Okay, I feel like we have a few pages that are sort of dry enough to do something with. So let's go ahead, and we have 2 whole pages. Darn it, that's the second time I've knocked this off today. Okay, we have 2 whole pages we need to fill now. So where is that? There it is. All right, so we're going to do this cute little Pooh. And I just cut out some of the little mice that I promptly lost. They're probably glued to the back of a page. All right, so we're going to put him kind of over. Actually, let's turn this around, because I don't need all this, whatever that is. So we're going to use this to cover it up. Oh, and I was thinking, if you're not the kind of gal that can turn around and just grab vintage papers from behind you, because it's not your job, I have printed background papers from 2 books right now, and I'm going to be putting a whole bunch more on there. But from, hold on, let me put this down, because I really like that little piece of flourish right there. Okay, there we go. We're just going to stick that on there. Nice. Love it. Yeah, so I have background papers that you can print out and use. Okay, so let's think about our pages now, because I have some feature images that I want to use. So on here, I could definitely put something. I don't want to cover the mice, though. The mice are kind of my favorite. So could I put a vignette of, it feels kind of intrudy. So this is a main page. So on this one, we could do a thing where we did like that. I kind of like that. Okay, that's fun. We can, now don't forget, we're gonna do okay, let's think about this. We have this pocket, tuck spot. Oh, this page is gonna be good for something. Right? So let's put the tuck spot on there. And all a tuck spot is, I like them to be a little bit reinforced, but all a tuck spot is when you take and add a little corner to a page that you can tuck things into. And that, so when I did all the graphics for this, I tried to keep them in like a really similar color scheme, so everything should go together. Now, I'm not sure that glue is going to cover that, is going to keep that on. So we are going to do tiny attacher. And this is just a little stapler that Tim Holtz made for us. Oh, I'm out of staples. All right, I'll go fill my stapler and I'll be right back. Tiny attacher, back in its place. Why is there a brush full of glue in the middle of my workspace? I don't feel like that's probably the best place for a brush full of glue, but hey, who am I to complain about me? All right, so now we know we have a little, where'd all those things go? Okay, so now we know we have a tuck spot that we could put something cute in, but I almost feel like it's gonna have to be a tag that goes this way so it doesn't cover Pooh. There we go, perfect. And then I also feel like we could do, don't forget, we can do borders. Oh, look, it's owl. That's perfect. Okay, we're gonna leave this here. That's good. So now we have a choice of who to put here. I kind of like those guys there. So I am going to put them there and not fret about it. And then we'll do things around them to make everything cute. It's hard when you have favorites and you're like, I really love this thing. And then you're like, okay, but is this the perfect place for it? And sometimes it's just not. So there now we have a page with this, and then we'll have some good, you know, border spaces to put other things. Cute. All right, let's see what we have. So we have this cute one. This will be a back. Here's our cover. Here's our owl back. I must like owl more than I think. This is this page's front. This is, oh, this must go this way because he is more important than this bear. Then I feel like there's a lot of Pooh in. There we go. Now there's a piglet. Okay, this goes this way and this goes this way. Okay. All right, so now let's think about this. So we have this cover, which opens onto these two pages. Cute. Which opens, yeah, which opens onto this. This opens onto this, and this is the back cover. Okay, I definitely feel like we could have something else here. I have those cute things I want to use. I'm going to put Owl and Pooh Bear down in this corner because I just thought this was just so cute. I had a blast coloring this set. So what I did was I got, I went to Project Gutenberg, which is Google's online repository of all the things, all the books that are in the public domain. And I downloaded all of the images. And then I put them in my, and Pooh's images are a lot better. I've been doing a bunch of them like Wizard of Oz where the images have degraded. Whatever book they scanned, it wasn't very good. But Pooh's images were pretty good. And I pulled them into Procreate, which is a program on my iPad. Don't want it quite touching the bottom. And then I just sit there and I color them. Right now I'm coloring the Curious Critters, which you won't see for a while. All right, so now that's my favorite one. That's the one I wanted to make sure got in here. We have a card. So we definitely are going to need a place for our card to go. Let's think about that. We could just hook this into there and have an extra little page. I don't hate that idea. We're going to keep that as an idea. Don't know how I'd do it with the binding, but I'll think about it because he'll hide Piglet. So functionally, I need another tuck spot is what we're talking. To put this card in, it would be on this side. Or maybe this goes in the next journal. Who knows? All right. So here, here. This guy's going to have a flip spot, which I'm not mad that it goes over Pooh. Oh, that's could be what you look at. Okay. Not mad at that. We'll put some more cute, maybe we'll find some cute things to put up there. I think that's for another day. I'm getting tired. And then this is the back. Okay, so we have the base of the journal done. Next time we'll do some stamping. We'll do some adding stuff to the sides. We'll put tags on. We'll use our little piglets. And hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.